Hey, it's Fort Worth Playboy.
And my Playboys Bunny.
Welcome to our podcast where we discuss pickup, game, relationships, and
Sex.
And today we're going to discuss effectively dealing with highly emotional women.
Yes.
In a manner that you can still, live your life.
And enjoy her.
Yeah. So, I got a question in the DMs, and this is something that, I immediately, went to Bunny and said, this is not my specialty. Because I've never really dealt with highly emotional women for very long.
True.
He says, been with this chick about 9 months, and I'm struggling with being there for her emotionally. She's a heavy crier, and when she gets upset, she'll throw and break shit. When she cries, I've started to just let her ride it out before trying to cheer her up. What's the best approach to dealing with such an emotional woman? And let me clarify that this girl's bringing drama, but it's not drama directed at him.
No.
Therefore, you can't soft next her because, this is something we've talked about in the past. If she at any moment directs it towards him, criticizes him, is aggressive towards him, then he simply takes her home and doesn't talk to her for 3 or 4 days and then lets her kind of reset emotionally. But that's not what this is.
No.
This is her getting upset, say the dog has a vet bill, her mother and her argued, her sorority sisters don't agree.
She woke up on the wrong side of the bed. She's on her period.
Yeah. Anything. Literally anything.
Literally anything.
And the younger...
She broke a fingernail.
The younger, wouldn't you say that the hormones cause bigger swings?
I don't know, because I would, yes, what you're saying is correct, but I would say the older women aren't any better about it because they get so locked in and loving their drama. They've been doing it so long, they don't know how to not bring the drama.
There you go. Okay. So, I'm out on this one because I literally just drew a blank because I don't think I've ever, for whatever reason, because again, you tend to attract women of a certain type over time, and I've just literally never dealt with.
Well, and someone who behaved like that, you just wouldn't have kept around.
I would have seen them.
Yeah. I think that elements of the soft neck still work here because I think, number one, this guy says that he lets her ride it out before trying to cheer her up. That was essentially his phrasing. That was paraphrased. But I say, number one, don't try to cheer her up. Because the bottom line is, this drama is what she wants.
Attention.
Yeah, this drama is what she wants. She is a drama bringer. She brings drama to everything that she does. So number one, you're not going to cheer her up. You're not going to fix it. It's just her response.
She doesn't want it fixed.
Right.
Yeah.
Number two, it was talking about, and like Fort Worth just said, she's not directing it at him. So as long as she's doing all this stuff, and it was pretty clear in that message, they're dating, they're not living together, things like that. What I suggest doing in this situation, and Fort Worth can probably put it in a better way as far as how to really present it to her, but in a nutshell, I would say, I'm going to let you go through this. Clearly you're going through some stuff right now. I'm going to exit stage left. Essentially, call me when you feel better. It's not your problem. She's trying to bring it in on you. She's going over the course of this dramatic flare-up that probably happens 5 times a day at minimum. She's breaking stuff. Inevitably, it's going to suck you into it and completely disrupt your world. And I know that there's a time and a place to be a caring individual. If this girl just lost a parent or a grandparent and she's upset,
completely different.
Totally different. If this girl is mad because she broke a fingernail and because of that she's breaking plates in the kitchen, that's fucking stupid. Treat this like you would anyone in your world who is just randomly trying to completely disrupt your life and selfishly make it full of needless drama.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think the best way? I mean, truly, he just needs to kind of say something along the lines of, you know, you need to work through this. I'm not gonna remain in this situation right now. You know, this is your thing. I forget what I said earlier when we were talking, but it was something along the lines of, you know,
You're on your own with this. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to, because, she's bringing it, and she's also being rewarded for it.
yeah,
So, if you're rewarding bad behavior, per se, and it's not that you're punishing it, it's just you're removing the reward.
yeah.
You know?
Her reward is your attention when she's going through this.
Yeah. And that is, and it will shock her initially, and she may think, he doesn't love me. But and then, if she does turn the drama on him, then he just necks her for 2 or 3 days.
Right.
And then she really starts getting the message. It just depends on how much, how sophisticated she is, her brain,
Yeah.
So you have to kind of like roll with her. But this is not something that can go on, because we've seen
Oh my goodness.
grown men who are married to these drama queens, and these women are in their 40s and 50s, and this shit does not stop.
It doesn't stop.
And not just that, but then they pass it on to their girls.
Yeah.
And the girls are drama queens.
Or
And it's
boys.
a whole family.
It's a nightmare.
Number 2 is to cut this off from the beginning. He's already been with her 9 months, and he's like,
Yeah.
actually probably like, just, he thought this will go away. And
He's
this
probably
will
been
stop.
dealing with it for at least
Yeah.
7.
It's like this, I remember, and I don't know where I read this guy's, he was like, I don't do unhappy. He said,
That's a good line.
if you show up and you're unhappy because of like something that happened at work, and again, it's not your grandmother died or your children are sick. I mean, these are serious, anything serious is truly a reason for it to be concerned. But, you're fighting with your girlfriends, any type of bullshit behavior. Let's just get together later,
Yeah.
because I don't do unhappy.
That's a
I
good
want
way
my
to put
girls
it.
to show up well dressed, show up pretty, and happy. And
Yeah.
those are 3 minimums, and that's not bad.
Yeah.
I don't even know where I saw it, but I thought that's a pretty good rule to live by. And then she knows. She's like, I can't bring it.
I can't behave this way.
Yeah. And you kind of did that, like when we first started dating.
Yeah.
I remember you would get to the house, and I remember it was like weeks later, you'd say, I was having a little bit of a rough time. But
That
you had
day.
like suppressed it.
Sure.
Or what, I mean.
I'd just be a little bit quiet or something one evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and this is, were we seeing each other often?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably once or twice a week.
Right,
then.
right. The less you see each other, the better, easier it is to bring your A game each time.
Seriously.
And that's why we even say, like, if you're running a rotation, to see girls once a week. That way, it can be a fun event.
Well, but as far as this question
Yeah.
goes, a rotation would benefit him too, because he wouldn't be so drawn into what this one girl's drama is.
Yeah. And she probably wouldn't bring it.
Yeah.
She'd
be on better behavior.
Yeah, and that's one of the small benefits of a rotation. And I started kind of really thinking this through to like where guys have multiple wives. And the people in America, we always go, well, I can only handle one. Well, the problem is there's only one.
Yeah.
And if you have 2, they'll tend to compete and want to be the center of attention, or
Sure.
And they don't do that by being trouble. They do that by being pleasant.
That's true.
Because
That's true.
If you're having a bad day or she says no to sex, he just goes to the next one.
Yeah.
So girls tend to be on better behavior when they're part of a rotation. He's already kind of one-on-one with this girl for 9 months. So
Yeah.
she's been trying very hard to change that now. But that is my rotation book
Yes.
is coming out in 4 days. So we'll leave a link below.
Yeah.
It's on the pre-sale, but it's about dating 2 or more women at one time. And
Building,
a lot of this-
managing, and
yeah.
just enjoying.
Yourself and them.
Yeah.
And they enjoy it too, because
Yeah.
you're a man with options. There's nothing sexier.
Yeah.
But on this guy, he's behind the 8 ball, and Bunny gives you the prescription of what to do, which is to decrease your attention when her behavior is bad.
And you don't even, in this case, I mean, he doesn't have to say anything negative. He just has to kind of say, this is something you're dealing with. I'm not going to be a part of this kind of behavior. I'm call me when you feel like your feet are back under you.
Yeah, then we'll go do something.
And then you never bring it up. Don't ask her what happened. I think this is a critical part that we almost missed, that people fuck up a lot. Don't circle back and let her rehash this. She will still ruin the next 5 hours of your life if you do. This is stupid. Don't do it. It's not that important, and it will not matter in a week. So don't circle back, because then she just digs back into it. You just like with the soft nexting, how did you describe it? That
pick up.
You just pick up like nothing happened and you carry on.
That's it.
Yeah.
If you guys like this podcast, please hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and share with your friends. And also comment below if you've dealt with this.
Yeah.
Like how you dealt with it, because we learn as we go, and we kind of like use like group think. When people answer these questions, sometimes people have better ideas than we do.
Yeah. Well, and we also just kind of like watching a train wreck. We also really love hearing all your shit show stories.
Yeah. Yeah, and it helps guys go,
I'm not alone.
I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I think a lot of
It's
times
weird.
in relationship, guys deal with things that they think they're the only ones who are dealing with this particular problem.
The girls would like you to think you're the only one.
Yeah.
They want you to think you're the only one that acts that way, and you're not.
I love it. I love it. I love it. We want you to win. Bye.